Hey, this is the Kaufman is Alive YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at a fairly new comic book. This is Death of the Justice League, Justice League number 75 by DC Comics. Came out in June of 2022. Now, I usually don't look at DC Comics. I'm more of a Marvel guy if you've been keeping up on my channel. More of a Marvel and Image guy. But, the title of this whole little storyline that they did, the lead up to the Dark Crisis. This is a Dark Crisis prelude comic. They kind of got me, and especially with this cover. I probably would not have picked this up if not for this special cover that they got. I really like that aesthetic. Um, the actual drawing behind the lettering is nothing spectacular, but makes for a cool visual, and I just love cover gimmicks like this. And actually, when you turn to the back, the very last page of this has like a movie credit, which I think is a pretty nice aesthetic. We've got the writer, Joshua Williamson, pencils by Rafa Sandoval. Good team here. This is a pretty comic. DC prints their comic on, seems like cheaper paper than Marvel. Marvel has glossy paper. This is almost a step above newsprint, but a step below the glossy paper Marvel uses. Just wanted to point that out. I find DC Comics to be a bit cheaper than Marvel, at least in the way they're made. Um, but get into it here. The House of Heroes, the home of the Justice League Incarnate, is where we are. I love the Justice League Incarnate team. Really cool team. Captain Carrot is a crazy character. They got the Dino Cop, who's like a Savage Dragon ripoff character that I think is hilarious. There he is right there talking to Batman. And, they've all been teleported here by President Superman of Earth 23 and Dr. Multiverse, because there is a problem that only the Justice League can solve. So, the President Superman explains that Darkseid's been enslaved by the Great Darkness, and it's a fear that he's never known before. So, splash page here is okay. Colors are kind of brown, I guess, to show that it's a flashback or a memory. But not bad. And continue on here as Superman explains to Superman about the Great Darkness. And Dr. Multiverse is saying her father died trying to stop it. It's the living embodiment of annihilation. And suddenly they just get teleported to this rubble and all these multiverse Earths being destroyed. And it's what Dr. Multiverse says. It's the ruins of a dead universe. And we find out the reason for it is Pariah and his antimatter chamber. So, getting back to the old Crisis of Infinity Earth stuff here. He says he's trying to help, but he says the world must die so that him and the Great Darkness can live in peace. So, not much to the plot here, really. Pariah enslaves all of the major DC heroes. We got Ares here, Darkseid, Doomsday. In a really kind of interesting way, they depict Pariah. He looks super young, yet kind of old. Can't explain it really. But Justice League, you know what to do for the multiverse. So they get into a big battle here. Some nice pages here. I like the way that this one is set up. We got Superman in the middle battling Darkseid, actually both Supermen. And then, all the minor battles with everybody. We got Wonder Woman and Ares and Darkseid versus Aquaman. And they say that they're not as powerful as they normally would be because Pariah is controlling all of them. And since he's controlling all of them, Pariah's power is running thin. So They're not quite as powerful as they normally would be, which is good for the Justice League. John Stewart jumps in here, nice splash page here. He's bringing the Godstorm. He's using his imagination to create an entire Justice League of his own. And it's working for a minute. Until the Quintessence shows up, and Dr. Speck shows up and turns into the Spirit of Darkness. He was the Spirit of Truth, but he kills John Stewart. And all the Justice League react to that. Green Arrow shoots his arrow all the way through the battle, hits the machine, blows it up. Pariah says, "What have you done? The Dark Army is weakening." Ollie's pretty proud of himself, but as you turn the page, he gets smashed by Doomsday. So we've lost John Stewart. We lose Ollie here. Of course, Black Canary is not happy about that. She runs over to her husband, and Pariah says he can still fix his machine. This isn't over. Batman says, "Yes, it is." And this is the part where Pariah just completely annihilates the Justice League, and no real context or, how to or reason why. He just uses one power blast and annihilates Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And I do really like this double splash page. I like the interesting way that they show, the heroes disappearing with the little panels, just less and less. It's really cool conceptually. But I don't know how this really makes too much sense that Pariah would just suddenly get OP'd and just start annihilating all the Justice League with a snap of his fingers, but that's what he basically does here. Even gives it to Black Adam, who says Shazam, so he's able to escape from Pariah and is not killed. And he falls back down to Earth. Get some more ads here. And some of the other members of the Justice League or the Titans are here. And Superboy and Wally West Flash, I'm assuming, here. And they go to this spot where they heard a giant noise, and it's Shazam. So very much like Silver Surfer saying Galactus is coming, or Hulk in the movies saying Thanos is coming. We get Black Adam half dead. The Justice League are dead. So that's it for this issue. I don't know if I can really recommend it. It's a fun read. Not really much to it, though. Just a big battle. Smashing all your action figures together is pretty much what this story is. But I do like this cover a lot. And I want to thank you for watching the video. And I've got a whole bunch more on my channel, so go check those out if you haven't yet. And I'll see you on the next one.